great honor to be able to raise funds for Living Beyond Breast Cancer organization.
Yes, thank you, Renee, very much for helping us to organize this event. It's for a beautiful cause, and it's always our pleasure to help people.
And we are live here with Muses, the podcast. And we're so excited that today it's going to be all about letting the music play. And our amazing co-host that's going to be with me that we're interviewing is not only a legend, she has truly been able to achieve so many great accomplishments. I'm so excited for this incredible icon. Not only we are grateful that we've had the opportunity of meeting her right here in Atlanta for the resurgence, but guys, my goodness, we are bringing up not only an icon, an African pop star. Forbes magazine has recognized her there, alongside with seeing her blaze the nation with her great energy, alongside with music. That's right, let the music play for none other than our queen from Bamenda, all the way from Cameroon, the one and the only, Naomi Auchu. Naomi, how are you doing today, superstar?
I am wonderful. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you for the amazing introduction. I'm always happy to be with you.
Oh my goodness, you keep on getting better looking every time I see you. Okay, you're like fine wine. You get better with time. You know that?
Thank you. I drink my water.
I love it. I love it.
It's a humanitarian thing. We drink water.
Yes, you love. So is that like one of your non-negotiables, drinking water?
I try to drink enough. Sometimes I get busy and I don't drink enough, but I think if we can drink a gallon a day, it would really do good for our health and
Yes.
also for the way that we feel about ourselves. Inner beauty, I think beauty should start from inside, which means that if you're healthy from inside, it will show on the outside.
Absolutely. And let's talk about that. The inner beauty, but the outer beauty. You have been like blazing the world with all of this great energy you have. And I want to say congratulations to you. I mean, we're gonna guys, let me say, lean into this conversation because we're gonna go deep, deep, deep. I'm so honored that we had to slow down just a little bit because of COVID. Literally, we were able to get on this thing called the Clubhouse. And so funny, Naomi, not a lot of people even know what the Clubhouse is.
No, they don't.
But that's how we found each other.
Yeah.
And not only did we find each other, we were able to find each other, but we were able to really have a love and a respect for each other. And I just want to say, we are grateful for you being in our lives, and we are just so proud of you.
And again, likewise, me.
Yes, congratulations on all of your success. And we're going to talk about some of that. But before we do that, I always love for our co-hosts alongside with our interviewees to introduce yourself so the viewers know exactly who you are. So Naomi, our African pop star, please introduce yourself.
Okay, well, hi everybody. It's your girl Naomi Auchu, aka Queen of Bamenda. Bamenda is a beautiful town in Cameroon, 237. Shout out to my 237 family. I am a recording artist, singer, rapper, songwriter, and a voting member of the Recording Academy. I'm also a humanitarian. I have a foundation called International Nurses for Africa, where we raise awareness for the health disparities and community needs in Africa. I encourage people that leave Africa to go out of the world in search of greener pastures. I encourage them to give back to their home countries and to other neighboring African countries that are in need. And yes, I'm a board member, and I'm a woman lover. I'm very pro-woman. So I'm always happy to be here with Queen Renee Knorr, because that's all she does is she pours in into women. And this is a great space. I'm always happy to be here.
And we are always happy to have you here as well as I can find myself. I
You
just love
didn't.
it. Oh my God. There we go. I said, we're always
Okay.
happy to have you here with us as well. I want to say this, as we watched you evolve in such a short period of time, 3 years, when you think about your music, oh my goodness, I absolutely love it. So we're going to break this out. Okay. First, I want to know, because your music is so fused with that traditional Cameroon style, the
Yes.
oh my goodness, it makes me want to dance right now. How
Yes.
do you balance the cultural heritage alongside with, the traditional way of the innovation of where we are today? How do you balance that?
Well, I sing what we call Afrofusion. And Afrofusion is pretty much a blend of African roots, African beats with anything else from outside of the country. So it's like taking an Afrobeat song and then you're singing it in English, or the language you use is French. It's Afrofusion because you're blending different cultures. I just go by the mood. Now, my recent single, which is A Big Man, you're going to see that it sounds more cultural because I wrote it in the style of the music that my father grew up with, which is Mbagaloum. And when he passed away, which is in last year, November, I said, if I'm going to write a song to honor him, it has to honor him in entirety, which is why I went into the studio and I picked that sound. My typical sound, of course, is the Afrobeat, Afrofusion, the reggae vibes mixed with my broken English and French. That is my typical style. But I try to stay authentic, but I also listen to feedback from family, from friends, from followers on what they want to hear next. And if you're an entertainer and you want to keep your people engaged, keep your supporters engaged, you have to understand. You have to kind of listen to what they like or what they resonate with, and give them more of that too.
I love it. I mean, pulling from your roots. Oh my goodness. You can't ever go wrong there at all. And I
Yeah.
know, having a heart and soul for the family, I'm sure they are just so, so proud. You just returned back from Cameroon. Were you working on another project while you were there?
Well, yes, I am working on a project. So, of course, I released a single called Naomi in January. So, I was over at the radio and TV stations promoting that song. It's called Naomi, and it's with a Kosi. Kosi is Koceee. He's a Cameroonian pop star. I'm going to call him that because he's amazing, and he's touring as well. He's doing his thing. So I was at the radio stations promoting that song, and then of course, I promoted the new song, which is A Big Man, which was a dedication to my father upon his passing, and to continue his legacy, a dedication to him and his friends. And then I have something coming up in December, which is a festival, and stay tuned for more details on that.
I love it. I love it. Well, one of the things we're going to make sure that we can drop that link in the chat, because that video that you just finished working in Cameroon, oh my goodness. I mean, there's so many of your songs I just fell in love with. And I know for sure as we continue on speaking throughout today's interview,
Mhm.
please feel free to reference many of them. Okay. I would
Yes.
like you to do that. When I think about your power and I think about your energy, and I always see you fuse that animation in your videos too. Let me tell you, you have a style that's just shocking the world. And I'm so excited for not only that you're giving life to others who are watching, but it's also a space of confidence. And I'll ask this question because women in the industry right now, it can be pretty tough on them.
Oh, yes.
Just in the whole music industry, even what's we know for sure, right in New York City,
Yeah.
one of those incredible talents, Cassie, what she's gone through. So
Yeah.
share with us and share with the viewers the
Mhm.
importance of not only supporting women in music, but
Yeah.
really giving women the opportunity to also be used in the right way, because it's not about the sex all the time, right?
No.
Yeah.
No, I think it's important for women to support each other, and I think entertainment now, I see more of that. I do see women coming together, getting on each other's stages, women touring together. You have a concert, you're touring, you invite another artist to get on stage, another female artist. I think I think it's important for us because that's how we protect ourselves, right? Because I think only a woman can really understand what another woman is going through, especially when you're in the same space, you're in the same creative space. So I, as a female artist, I can look at another female artist and I can tell, oh, she's going through this, she's going through that. Maybe she needs my support. And we always have to remember that if you support somebody in their time, they at the they when it's your time, they will be able to pour into you and support you as well. But I really do think it's important to be able to open up to our female counterparts and share what we're going through, because like you mentioned a name, and I feel like if she felt safe enough to be able to share what she was going through, things may have been a little bit different for her around that time. And sometimes we, because we are the more vulnerable gender, sometimes we don't know when to share. We don't know if we're undersharing or oversharing, and we just want to be safe, especially when you have people that you have to protect, when you have family, kids that you want to protect. It's just so much that comes with being a woman in entertainment, a female in entertainment. And but I'm happy with the way things are going now, where there's that encouragement to come together.
You know what I love also? I appreciate the fact that you use your platform not only to be that women, supporting women, that empowered woman, understanding how to empower, but also being able to really promote equality. I think
Yes,
that's something that's so huge. And I
yes,
know that is something that you not only believe them, that is something that you speak about over and over again. And so
yes,
I'll ask this question, Naomi, because this is so, as I share with you, I've watched you do sort of like this huge transformation. In addition to that, it's like you still have not only the understanding, but the discernment
hmm,
of how you understand the music, as
yes,
well as how it carries that powerful message of
hmm,
being able to have that social justice as well as that activism. So share with
yes,
us what what drives your passion,
hmm.
for using your voice in this space.
What drives my passion, I would say, is um, I guess family, and especially when you think about the future generation, you want to be able to create an environment for them where they can thrive. So if we are gradually improving ourselves, by the time our children are grown, they will receive just a better world in general, right? They're better water, better education, better understanding. Especially as a woman, what are your expectations as a woman? What are your rights as a woman? What are not your rights? What are navigating your culture, navigating rules of society, navigating the 10 Commandments or what have you. I think that providing a foundation of education right now is going to do better for our kids. So they always say, be the change that you want to see. And sometimes we don't immediately see the results in our immediate environment. But what happens is, when you decide you want to make that change, another person sees it and then they want to do the same, and then the next one person sees it and they want to do the same, and then it becomes a wave. It becomes a ripple effect, and then now you are creating the wave just by one single act of kindness.
Ooh, I love that. That
Mm.
act of kindness. And, I'd say this too, staying grounded. Staying
Yes.
grounded. You have been able to not only set the stage, watching you on the front magazine. Come on now. Woo! How did that make you feel getting that phone call? and them asking you to be on that front cover of the magazine. Please. Oh my goodness. But before you do that, let me shake it off a little bit more. Woo! I was so proud to see you on
Thank
the
you.
cover. I was screaming over here. I just want you to know that. All right?
Thank
Yes,
you.
ma'am.
Well, it was one of those things where, I mean, you're going about your business and all kinds of opportunities are coming your way. So I was approached early last year, and I was like, get away from me, because I didn't take it serious. And then about a month, 2 months later, they sent the they sent the boss, and I was like, oh, y'all really serious? So hey, they created a story. We went over my story and what I wanted to share, or what was important for Forbes, of course, what was important for that platform, and the rest is history. And we went over some images that I would take on a day-to-day basis. And the picture that was on that cover from August was from an interview I had recently had on TV. It was a TV. It was a great. I was on Great Day Washington, and that was what I wore that day for that interview. And it just naturally found itself there. Everything happened so naturally. And then, of course, they progressed to say, okay, let's do Forbes. Now let's do Forbes people. And then they wrote a more, how can I say it, more recent and more in-depth story about my history in that next article.
Oh my goodness, guys. Please put some fire emojis up. You're watching us on YouTube. You're watching us right there on Facebook. Make sure you're sharing this information out, because this is not only, you made history.
Thank
You made history as being that African pop star
you.
that knows how to stay connected to her roots and
Yes.
understanding the appreciation of having family.
Mhm.
Sometimes people could lose themselves. The industry of music is not that easy, and I
No.
want you to really kind of like delve into how, and I'll say it, has it been hard for you? I want to know that. Has it been hard for you?
Yeah. Oh,
Come
very.
on, talk about it.
Yeah.
Talk about it.
No, no. So you mentioned being able to keep the cultures together. So I'll tell you what makes it so difficult. I have my American family is like, oh well, Naomi, maybe you should do less African and just be more American. Just be more American. You're out here in Miami. Do what we do in Miami. Don't you see the girls at the club? Don't you see the strippers? Do like that. And I'm like, and then I have my Africans that are like, no, so yeah, so that's my American family. And then my African family will say, well, you need to stick to your roots. You're trying to be a sellout. You're supposed to look like this. And why you so every side sees what they see. So to the African, I'm being too American, and to the American, I'm being too African. But I do realize that sometimes the calling to bring people together is not for everybody. And when you're going through the process, when you're going through it, people don't understand. But at the end of the day, people will understand what exactly you were doing and why you were doing it. Because I think that's what makes me a little bit more unique, is the fact that aside from my music, I do try to bring cultures together. I do try to make friends and family from all races and all cultures, because that's just who I am. I like to learn. I like to be culturally knowledgeable. I like to have a high acuity when it comes to what's happening in the world and the world's people. And that's how I can appreciate different religions. That's how I can appreciate different faiths without necessarily have to change my faiths, but just to appreciate and to respect.
That's really important, right there, what you said. Not
Mhm.
only do you have to appreciate it, but also not to lose yourself in that
Yes.
journey, not to lose yourself in that process.
Yes.
And,
Yes.
it's that humility. You
Hmm.
know, humility, I feel as if is definitely one of those things, and you have to understand and appreciate your identity, and you
Hmm.
have to know yourself. And I
Yes.
find that so much with you. Like I share with you, you know, when I see you, I'm like, man, looking at you on the, you know, on the big screen, you look every bit of like you're 8 feet tall over there. All right. And when you walk in, it's like, I have
Three
a
babies.
vibe. Come on, queen. You wear your confidence, you wear your cultural, you wear it with so much strength
Thank
and boldness, and that's something I want you to know. You know,
you.
don't lose your heritage. A lot of people sometimes lose themselves because they're trying to blend in with someone else or whatever the case may be. Continue on being authentic, and I see that in you. And I want to ask this question because, you know, it's just giving me chills, you know, because I know the artists are watching, the young leaders are watching. You know,
Mhm.
what are some words of wisdom that you can share with these emerging artists that are looking for even mentors? You know, back in the day, I gather, you know, who was some, I would ask you this question, then we could go forward. Who have been some of your mentors that you looked up to when you got started?
Well, African wise, I'm gonna say Angelique Kidjo, uh,
Mhm.
Manu Dibango, Rishabona. He's more recent, but yeah. And then Michael Jackson, of course, Whitney Houston. I do love me some Kirk Franklin. I do love me some Mary, Yolanda Adams, CeCe Winans. I do love all of them. So it's just a mixture. But I would say number one would go to Whitney Houston and Michael Jackson.
Ooh, both
Yeah.
of those. Let me just say this: the voice. Oh man, you gave me some more chills just
Yeah.
even saying their names.
Yes. Yes.
Both of them were just, you know, they always say, you know,
And
getting.
Michael Jackson is a Virgo, by the way, and I'm a Virgo.
Are
So
you serious? Come on now. Can you do that moonwalk dance? I want to see you do that in those stilettos that you wear over there, those high boots.
I need to create an African moonwalk. That's what I need to do. It's
Oh, see?
gonna be
Already? Yes, I absolutely I love that. You know, how was it for you to find your uniqueness, your je ne sais toi? Because when you come on a scene, I'm like, you better slay. You're always slaying. And so, how was it for you finding that? You know, how long did it take you to do that?
not long at all, because I'm the type of person who doesn't like to do what everybody else is doing. So if everybody is trying to do a particular style of music, I can still do that style, but I tweak it a little bit, or I tweak the language, or it's just the individuality just comes from trying not to necessarily do what everybody else is doing, because then I get lost in the sauce. And you know I like my sauce to be different. I needed to have that special recipe that nobody else has.
Say
That's
that
a
again.
personality thing. That really, it just my personality. Yes,
Yes.
I think also it comes from being the last of six children. Nobody really expects you to have much of a personality. They just, okay, well, this is the last one, and the way is supposed to have already been paved for you, isn't it? Because you have your younger brothers and sisters who have already walked certain paths, and they just want you to follow these paths. But then you realize that if I walk all these paths, then I might miss out on certain things in life, because the way is straight, and I may not have any experiences. So I had to navigate between having a sense of individuality and standing out amongst five other brothers and sisters that are have already been places that I'm still to go.
Absolutely. You
Mm.
know, you have now, and you got to tell everybody, give us an opportunity to do a little bit of that journey with you because, like you said, that you need to go. You have traveled
Mm.
so many different places. You
Mhm.
just know you just arrived right there from Cameroon. You're traveling right now.
Yeah.
You go back and forth to Africa. You go to London. You've
Yeah.
gone to Paris. I mean, give us just a little bit of like, what is the day of living with Miss Naomi Auchu when she's touring? What is that like? Give us a little example.
Woo, one day at a time. honestly, one day at a time. This past weekend, I had the Sacred Convention where I performed, and I'm still in Chicago right now. I should hopefully be heading out to California in a couple of days for the California fires. As a nurse, I still practice what I can. So yes, I do have an active RN license, compact in from Maryland, so I can serve in probably more than half of the states in the United States. I have a California license from when I was there, and I do community. I do volunteer nursing work, where I provide emergency nursing care, where I show up in the next 24 hours. You know how they have like these strike teams. So I do have that coming up. But in around that, I have my music that I'm trying to put out. But I just have to take one day at a time, because some opportunities just come and they need you to be present the next day. I can get a phone call from somebody who needs a performer, who needs me to come perform over the weekend. I can get a phone call from somebody who wants me to be to speak at one of their events. So it's really just one day at a time and making the best of every day.
I like that. That's so important, to live in the moment. And like you said, it's how those perspectives and how you already know you got to win.
Yeah.
Today, we're grateful to have you here on this Winning Wednesday, and just appreciating, your wisdom, your insight, but also your experience. And you know what? I love the fact that you are just willing to give. And I'll say this, the importance of giving is probably should be right there at the top of, our list as we check off in the morning.
Yes.
And
Yes.
you do so much of giving. You
Mhm.
are truly not only a humanitarian, your
Mhm.
philanthropic endeavors, your work that you do is just priceless, priceless. And
Thank
my
you.
goodness, I saw the pictures with you and those beautiful children right there in Cameroon. And I mean, you continue on planting seeds no matter where you go.
Yes.
Why is this so important in your
Uh,
life, for
this
your life?
is important because it always takes me back to the middle. You had asked earlier, like what advice I would give others, and I would say, if you're an entertainer, you have to know who you are. You have to know who you are, because we get to, as entertainers, we get to point in our life where we have all the money. We have more money than we ever think we could have. We have bigger houses than we ever think we could have. We have bigger cars. And then what next? What next? So I challenge everybody, take all those things away. Take away your house, your beautiful home, take away your beautiful big car, take away your kids, take away take away your looks, take away all those things. And who are you? It's what I challenge everybody. Who are you if you was to take away all those things? If we were to strip you off of everything that's covering you, if we were to take off your fur coat, we were to take off your shades, who are you underneath all of that? And I think it's a journey for me. It's for humanity, but it's also for me. And I think that when you find yourself in a place where you have peace, I think that is the pinnacle of self actualization. Because if you think about it, that's really all we want is peace. And when you search in your search for peace, you look to serve humanity. You look to bring peace to other people that surround you. So I would say it is my journey to self actualization, to reach my higher self, is to be somebody that can bring peace, to be somebody that that people want to be around. And I always say this, is that when you're a peacemaker, it's always, you also have to know where you're putting your energy, because as a humanitarian, as a giver, you will attract everybody, because everybody wants to, there's the natural tendency, natural human nature to want to take. Oh, okay, she's giving out, okay, we'll take. So you have to be able to channel your energy. When you wake up in the morning, you have to be able to channel your energy to people that really need it, which is why I constantly challenge my energy. I constantly push my energy to kids, especially in Africa or communities that are in need. Because if you're a natural born giver, if you're a natural humanitarian at heart, you will find yourself giving to whoever is in front of you because that is your nature. But you have to understand that if you're giving to somebody that already has, then you're not really helping to make a change. So you have to find a way to consciously channel your energy to people that really need it and who can really and who are able to make a change.
Oh, who's able to make that change? But also, you gave so many gems. That was like a little master class right there. You spoke about, I'm telling you, you spoke something that gave life into me. If you remember the movie The Lion King,
Yes,
and as he was speaking to Simba, do you know who you are?
yes, yes,
You know, that movie still sticks so close to me. Oh man, do you know who you are? So
yes,
many people are starving for
yes,
their own identity, and unfortunately, they are stealing from everyone else in order for them to figure out what it is they're supposed to do. And instead of them getting quiet with themselves,
yes, yes. And that's why I like to surround myself with people that I can learn from. Because
yes,
if I'm not learning from you, then you're probably just learning from me. And which is okay. But if I'm trying to grow as a humanitarian, as a giver, I also need a sense of direction. Everybody needs a sense of direction. Nobody is an island. Nobody becomes king or president by themselves. They have a community that helps them. Everybody has that kingmaker, that queen maker. You need that people in your circle that can help you grow and to thrive. And that's where channeling your energy into the direction where you can actually continue to make impact is important.
I want to know what are some of your non-negotiables, because like you said, channeling that energy, your non-negotiables, which
Yeah.
would consist of a part of your everyday routine. What are those non-negotiables,
Oh, that's
please?
a good question.
Yeah.
So my non-negotiables, I pick and choose my battles.
Hmm.
Yes, there are some battles that that's a non-negotiable. You can have it. You can have it. Like, because if you, yeah, my non-negotiable would just be an argument that is not really worth it. um yeah, let them have it. Because if you spend all your energy trying to win every little battle, then when the big battle comes, you don't have any energy because you spent it up. You spent your energy arguing about something that probably wouldn't matter the next day. So
Absolutely.
I just save my energy for the big battles. That's it, really.
Well, our very own Mayor Lolita Anderson, she would say, you don't always have to win to win. You
No.
don't always have to win to win. And like you say, you have to know when to get in and when to get out. What
Yeah.
a sound advice.
Yes.
Well, Chicago, we have some beautiful ladies there in Chicago. And I was talking to Miss Jackie earlier. I'm like, I have something else that I need to tell you, because when you were speaking about the nurses, I'm like, yeah, that's it. And then lo and behold, it came together the way
Yeah.
it needs to come together. And
Mhm.
that's one thing about also the journey that we're on. You got to learn how to trust the process,
Yes.
right? You have
Yes.
to always learn to be relevant.
Yes.
Well, young lady, not only have you been relevant, not only have you been working, you've been like going at it. And so we are so excited that this year, but last year, let's talk about last year.
Yes. Yes. It was amazing.
Last year, you came in, and for the 2023 resurgence, you received your very own Naomi Auchu
Woo!
Day. How did
And
that feel?
it felt amazing. Amazing, amazing. And like I said before, I was not expecting it, right? So having it in my hands, I was like, wow. I was like, it just really made me feel good. And like I had mentioned earlier, it made me realize that I have more work to do. It's just, it to me, it means you're doing great. keep going and keep going. That's what recognition to me means. It doesn't mean sit still, you did it, mama, I made it. Yeah, well, we can still do better. So it was just a reminder to me to just keep going, and that whatever I was doing was making an impact, and in a positive way. So it was amazing. And
Yes.
thank you again.
Oh, you're so welcome. Well, it not only gives us a pride and joy to see you keep rising up, like you said, that's that milestone. And, as we keep on reaching those milestones, like you said, we know more work is to come.
Yes,
So we
yes,
have to keep stretching ourselves so we
yes,
don't get comfortable or anything like that.
yes,
Well, I
yes.
will say this, are you ready?
I am ready.
It's the 24th. We'd like to not only celebrate you one more time, as the Global Women Wealth Force, we're the official organization that's definitely with much gratitude. Last year I had the opportunity of receiving the presidential award from I would say Joseph Biden, alongside with Kamala Harris.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Well, this year our organization will now be honoring you all, and it's going to give us a pride and joy to celebrate you come August the 24th, baby, in Atlanta. How does that make you feel? Come on now, woo woo! Put some fight
Once
emojis in
again,
the chat.
once again, you never cease to surprise me. You never cease to amaze me with what you do, empowering women. You never, I am honored, but I don't put it past you, because that's just who you are. You see people, you appreciate people, you encourage women. So I don't put it past you, and I am honored, as always, as always.
Well, you know what? You've definitely put the work into it. You definitely have been so proactive in helping others to also, you've been bringing about hopes, Naomi. You
Thank
really have been able to do that. And we want to
you.
not only us, but really, this is like the highest honor from the United States.
Yes,
You
yes.
know, we need more leaders. That's really what it says. It boils down to we need more leaders.
Thank you
And
so
as
much.
you're getting ready to even embark upon even new territory, I saw you at the UN. I am just so glad that we can also keep on planting seeds right
Yes.
there with you.
Yes. No, the UN, for me, the UN is just a way to get my platform out there, International Nurses for Africa, and get people to give, but that's what we do anyway. That's what everybody does at the UN, is like, okay, who are you, and what are you doing here? What is your goal here? Well, I'm just trying to advocate for my girls. I'm just trying to advocate for these hospitals and these schools. I'm just trying to advocate. So it's giving me a great space where I can advocate with people from all over the world, and also partner internationally. I met officials there from Namibia, from Germany, from Kenya, so many parts of Africa, Ghana, of course. My next venture, of course, would be to do more things in Ghana. I know you're trying to go to Ghana, so hopefully we can collaborate, or we can find ourselves there at the same time. So I can take you to the Michael Blackson Academy, and you can see the library there. Hopefully at a time when he's there, so he can welcome us. Um, but the UN is really, it's a great space for what I'm doing as a humanitarian. Um, so yeah, let's do it.
I'm ready. I'm so ready. And tell Michael, I'll make sure I bring my makeup brushes, okay? I
Let's do
remember
it.
working with Michael. Oh my goodness. Literally, I went to New York City for just a weekend, and they wind up kidnapping me. And I
Mhm.
wind up working on a movie set. And
Yeah,
on that movie set, I had the honor and the opportunity to do Michael's makeup for that movie set, because I was the makeup artist for the entire crew. I know a lot of people don't know that about Renee, but yes, I was so honored. So keep
yes,
up the great work, Michael. We are so proud of you, and
yeah,
truly, whatever we need to do on our end to support, we'll be there. All right, we'll definitely be there. Well, Naomi, I
yeah.
know your time is so limited, but we just want to say thank you so very much for giving us the opportunity to not only to have our viewers to learn a little bit more about you, but also for us to celebrate you. And I'm looking so forward to seeing you in Atlanta again, August the 24th. But before we leave, what are some words of wisdom that only Forbes African pop star, amazing Grammy and nominee can provide to our viewers for today? Please share.
Well, here's an easy one. One is one of my favorite. If you make healthy choices, you remain healthy. Simple as that. You make healthy choices, you remain healthy. If you make a decision to have such certain people around you that are good for you, then those are healthy choices and you remain healthy. So always think, what is a healthy choice in this situation? That is one. And number two is trust the process. Patience is a virtue. Just trust the process. As long as you're going, just as long as you're moving, as long as you're in motion, the ball is going to roll and it is going to go down that hole on the golf course.
Not the golf course. I love it. I love it. I love it.
That was an ad lib. That was just ad libbing, but there you
I
you get
love it.
it.
But I want to say this, guys, because we definitely know we have work to do. And here we are, and just embarking upon another opportunity of being with one of the world's finest, as she continues on making this global impact, as she keep on shining the light on so many. We're gonna in the chat, we're gonna drop about 3 or 4 of her beautiful songs, so therefore you can connect. But Naomi Auchu, please let everybody know how they can get in contact with you, please.
Yes, sure. You can follow me on Instagram, which is I am Naomi Achu. Facebook is Naomi Achu. I'm on TikTok, Naomi Achu. Twitter, Naomi Achu. I'm also on Threads, Naomi Achu. So you can find me on all social media platforms. And then for my charitable organization, it's called International Nurses for Africa. You can find me especially on Instagram. And you can send an email to internationalnursesforafrica@gmail.com if you are interested in our next exchange program, where we're going to be taking nurses to Cameroon to set up the new hospital there.
Oh my goodness.
Mhm.
One of our girlfriends from Ebony Fashion Fair, her name is Elaine Ndaba. And
Okay.
so she also nurses with purpose. That's what it is, nurses with purpose.
Mhm.
She's been doing this now for at least, I would say almost 10 years, almost 10 years. And she goes back and forth with the beautiful nurses there. So I want to make sure I connect you and of
Yes.
course, Ms. Jackie with Nurse on the Move.
Yes.
Got to make sure we can take care of the communities that's been taking care of the community, and keeping you guys connected and keeping you all whole. And then one of our other warriors, her name is Karen Alyssis. She's
Mhm.
over in Haiti. She has a hospital. And oh my goodness, I want to make sure we connect with you all. She's been
Yes.
seen on CNN with everything that they're doing over there with those
I would
beautiful
love to
children.
visit Haiti. Hmm.
Yes. Well, let's put that on our list as
Yes.
well. Oh my goodness. Just keep your bags packed with
Yes,
GW3
ma'am.
Warriors. Okay, just keep your bags packed. Well, Naomi Achu, it's been a delight. It's been so much good energy here, sharing with with our audience and our viewers, and everyone's just blowing up the chat. Hearts are everywhere, and we are looking forward to seeing you this month, and celebrating you as we raise up that vibration. And that's what it's about too. That's really is. It's
Yes.
about how we show up, how we
Yes.
keep elevating, and how we keep supporting to push the person to the next level. So I'm just so proud of you, and we are looking so forward to getting that next hug from you coming up soon. All right.
Yes. I look forward
So,
to it.
so before we leave, what is your two favorite songs you want our viewers to make sure that they tune into?
Well, let's see. Check out Waiting on My Life. Came out last year, and check out I mean, they're all my babies. And then pick another one. Pick another one from YouTube. Subscribe, like, share, comment. Thank you.
When you do it, make sure you go to her page and let her know what your thoughts are about the songs, guys. Let's make sure we have that interaction. Let her know exactly what you thought about the song, because I know Wait My Life. I love that one of. I mean,
Yes.
you have so many of songs that I love, with you. But I want you to tell the viewers about specifically why that's one of your favorite songs, because I love the story behind it.
Well, Waiting on My Life is a song about loved ones being separated. So initially, when you listen to the song, it sounds like your typical love song. But when you go deeper, it addresses immigration and emigration and how people have to leave their country to go abroad in search of greener pastures. And it speaks about how after many years, after you've become a better person, or you're able to travel more, you go back home and you're able to reunite. So think about a son who leaves home to become a better man, and then he's able to go home and he sees his mother after so many years. That power in that in reuniting with your loved ones after so many years of being separate.
Beautiful story coming from a beautiful artist, producer, alongside with just a woman of grace, alongside the woman of God.
Thank you.
It's been an honor to have you here with us, and we are looking forward to celebrating you August 24th, 2024, right here in Atlanta, Georgia. Beautiful. So you know what? I'm not going to wait all my life. I'm just letting you know right now, okay?
No, not at all. No, we uniting now.
Exactly, exactly. We
Yes.
love you, and thank you so very much for what you continue on doing in the community. And there you have it, guys. Muses the Talk Show. Here we are bringing another muse that just lit up our lives. Make sure you follow this one right here alongside with all of our other guests that you've had the opportunity of being able to tune in with us. So see us on Friday, again, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's been an honor alongside with the privilege being here with you all with Miss the one and only Naomi Auchu. Thank you guys again. Make sure you roll those shoulders back and keep your heads way up. It's time for you to go blaze the universe. You know why? The world needs another game changer, and that game changer is YOU. Bye for now.